Imagine this. It's mid-afternoon, you're craving snacks, but your bank account says, absolutely not. The snack drawer is empty. Payday is still 30 days away, so water suddenly becomes your financial plan. And that's how, by pure necessity, you end up drinking water every time hunger shows up for the next month. This experiment isn't about discipline, detoxes, or pretending water replaces real food. It's about what actually happens inside your body when you choose water over food for 30 days. If you enjoy calm, science-based explanations without hype, consider subscribing before we continue. Most people wake up slightly dehydrated without realizing it. During sleep, you lose water through breathing, sweating, and basic metabolic activity. By morning, plasma volume is reduced, even if you don't feel thirsty. Drinking water on an empty stomach increases plasma volume almost immediately. That increase improves circulation and oxygen delivery throughout the body. Your brain responds first because neurons are extremely sensitive to hydration changes. Even mild dehydration slows neural signaling and increases cognitive effort. In the first few days, drinking water when hungry reduces background brain fog. Mental clarity improves not through stimulation, but through restored baseline function. Your nervous system isn't energized, it's simply no longer underperforming. Water also gently stimulates gastric motility early in the digestive process. The stomach begins preparing digestive secretions more efficiently. You may notice mornings feel clearer, calmer, and slightly more focused. Nothing dramatic happens to body weight during this first week. That's expected and physiologically normal. This week isn't about losing weight. It's about restoring baseline function. Somewhere here, your body quietly admits it wasn't starving, just bad at communication. By the second week, water begins affecting appetite signaling more noticeably. Drinking water stretches the stomach walls slightly before meals. That stretch activates mechanoreceptors embedded in the stomach lining. These receptors send signals to the hypothalamus in your brain. The message is simple. Volume is present, slow down. Satiety signals arrive earlier, before calories even enter the system. You begin eating slower without consciously trying to control yourself. Portion sizes decrease naturally because feedback arrives sooner. Many people realize thirst and hunger were often being confused. Unnecessary snacking decreases, especially habitual or stress-driven eating. Bowel movements often become more regular due to improved hydration. Digestion feels steadier and less reactive across the day. Appetite improves through physiology, not willpower. You didn't gain discipline, your body just stopped sabotaging you. If this process feels surprisingly manageable, that's the point. By week 3, small behavioral changes begin influencing metabolism. Consistent water-first choices create mild, steady calorie reduction. Meals remain normal, but intake becomes more efficient. Post-meal insulin spikes tend to be lower and smoother. Blood glucose stays more stable throughout the day. That stability reduces post-meal fatigue and afternoon crashes. Energy doesn't spike, but it stops dropping unpredictably. Kidneys benefit from consistent hydration and filter blood more efficiently. Electrolyte balance improves without supplements or interventions. Circulation operates more smoothly, especially during daily movement. This is not detox, cleansing, or flushing toxins. It's optimized physiological function, doing quiet maintenance work. Some people notice mild weight reduction during this phase. Typically, this ranges between ½ kilogram and 1½ kilograms. The change comes from reduced intake and improved water balance. This is when behavior turns into biology. Nothing magical happened, which is exactly why it starts working long-term. By week 4, the habit itself becomes automatic. Basal ganglia circuits encode water-first behavior as routine. You stop thinking about it and simply do it. Hunger hormone ghrelin becomes more predictable and less erratic. Leptin signaling improves as eating pace remains slower. Low-grade inflammation may decrease with better glucose stability. Digestion feels lighter and more consistent across meals. Energy stays stable instead of peaking and crashing. Nothing about this feels extreme or impressive. That's exactly why it's sustainable. This isn't a hack, it is a foundation. Now it's important to clarify what does not happen. Water does not flush toxins from your body. Your liver and kidneys already perform detoxification continuously. Drinking water alone does not directly burn fat. It does not replace balanced nutrition or physical activity. It doesn't override metabolism or biology. What it does is reduce internal noise. Clearer hydration creates clearer hunger signals. Decisions become easier because cues are more accurate. Your body stops sending mixed messages that drive overeating. Small signals, repeated consistently, reshape behavior. This explains why eating felt confusing before. Your brain often misinterprets dehydration as hunger. Water helps clarify the difference. This strategy works best alongside normal meals, not instead of them. Drink water first, then eat if hunger remains. That pause alone changes how your system communicates. If this perspective helped, tap like so others find it too. The takeaway isn't that water fixes everything. The takeaway is that biology responds to simple, respectful inputs. 30 days of listening creates a calmer internal environment. Not transformed, not optimized, just better aligned. If you want more grounded health science like this, subscribe for the next episode. Sometimes the smartest change isn't adding something new. It's finally responding to what your body was already asking for.